We're here with 3 powerhouses in the lean sector.
Some people saved money, made more profit. Recently, we've had a company who saved 8 weeks of production time.
We need to put them in the best position to survive, be flexible, be productive, be agile.
There's no substitute for direct observation. To see the turnaround of his company is just mind-blowing.
Tools and technique, that's the easy, but it's getting your leaders engaged, motivated, and being able to sustain it. That's the real challenge.
Tools and techniques, that's the easy bit. It's getting your leaders engaged, motivated, and able to sustain it. That is a real challenge. Now we're at day 21 of 90 on our my ORCA debriefs. Conventional wisdom tells us 21 days to create a habit. Trouble with conventional wisdom is it is more often than not wrong. And all the research that I've done, and I don't just research it, what I do is then research it, then learn it, go and use it, see what works or not. Someone said to me the other day, I can't believe how much is in your memory that you pull back from books. So it's because I don't just read about it. I use the formula that I learned from Jim Quick, which is see one, do one, teach one. So I will watch, read, see one, do one, actually take it and use it and do it myself, and then teach one. That's what this board is here for. Reinforces it, locks it in. To me, the research that I've found that is the most compelling, I suppose, and like you got to remember what Chris Voss says is if you interpret data incorrectly, it'll tell you that playing basketball makes you top. Fighter pilots do simulations before, funnily enough, they throw them in a jet and let them go up and often do their thing. What they found from that simulation, from that data, is somewhere between 60, depending on the complexity of the repetition, somewhere between 60 to 65 repetitions is where it starts to get a level of becoming automatic. Now, the reason that we've gone to 90 is because of Keith's book, Road Less Stupid. Good old Uncle Keith. The 3 pillars of success. I hate short lists that attempt to jam in all the ingredients for success into a pithy little formula. Success and mastery are far more complex than pith. Having said this, however, let me give you some Conan advice about making consistent, measurable goals measurable progress towards your outcomes. If you'll do these 3 things on a regular, daily basis for 90 days, you'll be stunned at the progress that you will achieve. Number 1, write down your major outcomes every day. That's why the AI prompts me to write a Kanban ticket, and he got up me yesterday because I didn't. Plenty of day before it starts, so as soon as this session's finished, I do my ticket for the next day. Let's see how good, whether this is actually locked into where it should be locked in. Whether you can see, you got way too far. Kanban board up there. When I come in the morning, I'm not guessing what I'm doing today. This morning when I come in, that ticket was sitting there ready. Spend 50 minutes prepped on content for next week, including the Rockefeller habits. Done. Prep and run, ORCA session. Doing right now at the moment. There's no guessing in the morning what my priority is, or what I need to be working on. I don't have to think about it. I don't go into my email inbox to see what bullshit emails I've been sent. I know where I'm going when I come in here in the morning to start work. The day's already set up to win. Plenty of day before it starts. And then, of course, number 3 is be accountable to someone for your plans, commitments, and results. And that is the reason why we're doing this live, daily, every day, every day. Anyone can say what I'm doing, whether I've done it, say what I'm going to say, done what I said I'm going to do, or I've not. Up on the interwebs, everyone to see. Right, let's crack into it. Let's not take my word for it, actually. I'm going to do a little test here. Talk to my mate here, my ORCA wingman, and I'll ask him a question. Hey ORCA wingman, I've got a quick question for you before we run today's ORCA debrief. The question is based around, I'm at day 21. Don't run the ORCA debrief after this. I'll give you the prompt for that. I want you to find me who's the most prominent expert. I've got a couple that I believe are on the internet on habits. And what do they say around the thinking that 21 days equals a habit? Because we're at day 21. And I want your insights on this as well. Go out, do a little bit of research, use your tools, do some research. Find me the most credible research and come back, give me exact level summary. Because we're live on LinkedIn at the moment doing this. Or live on YouTube and Twitch as well. And give us your insights as well as the most prominent person's insights on where we sit in the timeline of building a habit. Let's see what he says. Timeline's probably actually the wrong word because there's so much. I'm going to do a post this week which was something around context. Goal setting. There's a lot of talk around which is the right way to set a goal, which is the wrong way to set a goal. There is no hard and fast rule. What you need around it is context, as Chris Voss says. Interpret data incorrectly, it'll tell you that playing basketball makes you tall. You just think set a smart goal and you're good to go. That ain't it. Okay, here's the clean, credible answer for 21 days a habit and where you sit at day 21. What's the best evidence says? The 21 days idea is a myth. It's usually traced back to Dr. Maxwell Maltz. This is what all the other researchers said so far. Observing it took patients around 21 days to adjust their changes, later popularised in his 1960s book, Psychocybernetics. The observation got turned into a fake rule. So it wasn't, the 21 days is much like IQ. IQ doesn't measure what it was intended to measure initially. It was a myth. This was something, an observation that he made. There's a great book too, Psychocybernetics, if you haven't read it. The most cited modern habit formation research is Phillippa Lally, UCL, and colleagues. Their study found, this is funny how this has come back exactly the same way. I gave my other GPT a specific set of people to go and look at, which was James Clear, BJ Fogg, Chris Voss, and there was a fourth person in there that I can't quite remember now. But they brought back this person as well. Average 66 days, what did I say? Between 60 to 65 repetitions for a behaviour to feel more automatic. Big range, 18 to 254 days, depending on the person and the habit. So depending on the complexity, context. Depends what the context around is. Missing an occasional day doesn't necessarily ruin a habit trajectory. There is a golden rule that James Clear has, which is you can miss one but never miss twice in a row because you've broken the streak at that point. On the prominent expert side, Wendy Wood, one of the most cited habit researchers, frames habits as context cue response links that strengthen through repetition in stable context. The environment matters as much as willpower. BJ Fogg, which is one of the people that asked my other GPT to research, Stanford Behavior Design Lab, is very clear. It's not magic number of days. He focuses on tiny behaviours and anchors plus celebration to make the habit self-reinforcing. Where day 21 actually sits in your live friendly takeaway. Day 21 is not habit complete, not even fucking close. Day 21 is usually identity plus streak plus protection territory. You've proven repeatability under real conditions, travel fatigue, weekends, that's huge. But you're still early in the automaticity. The evidence suggests many habits take closer to 2 to 3 months to become reliably automatic. Hence, he's saying 90 days. If you do this and stick with it for 90 days, you'll be amazed at the progress that you'll make. My wingman insights on your timeline based on what you've been doing. You already crossed a more meaningful threshold than 21 days. Your ORCA debrief is becoming identity based. I don't break the streak, which is the strongest form of habit glue. This risk now is in not knowing what to do. The risk is adding complexity too early, which you correctly avoided with Flex. We spoke about Flex last week, but we put it off. We're not going to do it till tomorrow. And actually, I might not introduce it tomorrow because I'll go and I'll ask AI, can I introduce Flex yet or not? Have I cemented this enough to be able to bring something else into the process? Remember, I'm in a high danger period here now. heading into Christmas for this to still fail. We might have got through travel last week where we went to Perth. We managed to get through that week, but I'm off to Melbourne on the 22nd here. I should go to Brisbane on the 21st, Melbourne on the 22nd. And then this is a real danger period through here, 25, 26, 24, 25, 26, 27. Because Benny loves a beer and he loves a little bit of time off at Christmas as well. So nailing that is going to take a fair bit of planning to get through that too. If you want, I can also, if you want the simple, honest line to say on live, here we go. 21 days doesn't make it automatic. 21 days proves I'm serious. Same for you. And I'll show you a little timeline in a second that you'll go through when you do start to try and do this. I need a pen. I'll find one in a sec. 21 days proves I'm serious. The next 45 to 60 days is where it becomes second nature. So I've noticed this over and over and over again. This is 4 weeks. Week 1. It's not very even, Benny. So week 1, week 2, week 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. We come onto your site and we say we're going to do this ORCA debrief. We only start with 10 days to start off with, so we'll go for 2 weeks. We're going to do a quick debrief at the end of every shift because it's going to do all the things that we talk about in here. Raise our issues, get us aligned, help us move quicker, right? So week 1 is what I call the harebrained scheme week. They're going, what fucking harebrained scheme's this? What's he come up with here, right? Week 2 is, this is annoying, but he doesn't seem to be giving up on it. This is why this is vital that you don't miss in these first 28 days. Week 3, they're going, we'll go through the first 2 weeks. There might be something to this. I'm starting to pick up what he's putting down here. This is starting to make sense. Somewhere between end of week 3 and 4 to 6, you'll start to get some buy-in. The back of my shirt there. Progress is not linear. This will be up and down, or hopefully trending up, all the way through there. You won't just hit it day 1. Well, we're into ORCAs. This is it. Things are going to change around here. Worst words you can possibly say. You're going to go through this pain in these first 4 weeks. This is why I always talk about having a wingman to help you get it through it. Someone that's been through it before and knows that, hey, progress isn't linear. If you trust this process, it'll work. You got to stick with it long enough to let it work. Okay, ORCA. 14th of December 2025, new shift. You should ask me for my 3 tasks that I did yesterday afternoon. ORCA wingman, direct and demanding. New shift, Sunday 14th of December. This is where people talk about habits. We deal in behaviour, straight into discipline. Your Sunday reset actions were create tomorrow's single objective Kanban ticket before bed. I did that. 30-minute light focus block, planning or reflecting only. I did that. Write 1 sentence defining what recovery day means operationally. I did that. 1 is yes, 2 is yes, 3 is yes. So give me a little pat on the back. You're back on track. He was particularly worried that I was going to miss doing the Kanban tickets 2 days in a row because that's the driver behind everything. It kicks my day off. When that's up there, there's no guessing where I'm going in the morning. Daily actions, completed Kanban ticket, yes, 30-minute. That third one mattered more than it looks. You didn't just recover, you codified recovery. That's how the streak survived, months, not weeks. Now we move. Objective, Sunday, direct and demanding, but grounded in reality. What was the one highest leverage objective for today? Not reflection, not celebration, not it's day 21. The single outcome today, lived or died on. The single outcome today that lived or died on was the session that I did, the reflection session, and what I did was created a post that I put up on LinkedIn, which sets up the rest of the week. Actually, you're going to say I've said 2 things here, but what I should say is the most critical thing was I did a thinking time session with another GPT, which set up all the content for the rest of the week. And the first post got posted. So it's two things, but one drove the other one. He'll pull a story out of that now and go, this was the objective, that's what you did. Keep the story to yourself, don't want to know about it. Direct. And you already did the hard part, you identified the driver, you're right. Two things happened, but one caused the other. ORCA cares about the cause, not the byproduct. Let me lock this in cleanly. Objective for day 21, run a thinking/reflection session to design the content for the rest of the week. LinkedIn post was an output, the thinking session was the objective. That's correct prioritization. Binary observable clean, thinking/reflection session completed, weekly content direction created, first LinkedIn post published, objective end to end, no ambiguity. Ha! Said ambiguity without an issue today. Causes, day 21, direct and demanding. These were the real behaviours that created the results. You deliberately chose thinking before doing. Most people post reactively. You design the week before publishing anything. There's a great short video by Christian Burkasis that he did today as well on reacting, first being reactive and being proactive. Go on, if you want a link to that, just comment BOO video, BOO video, and I'll throw it up for you. Use an external thinking partner, GPT, instead of thinking in your head. That reduces cognitive load and increased clarity. Cunningham, classic Cunningham, thinking on paper beats thinking in your head. You immediately converted thinking into action. You didn't save it for later. You published the first post while the thinking was fresh. This is exact behaviour pattern, high leverage operators. 3 daily actions for the next 24 hours. Now we're transitioning from habit protection to controlled leverage. Create tomorrow a single objective Kanban ticket before bed. I'll do that. So what I always do when I'm in this room is I'll grab that Sharpie, sticky notes, and then they're in my hand. There's no question. I don't forget to go and do it. I'll go and write it before I walk out the room. 1 30-minute focus block before noon. Tomorrow's not about volume, it's about clean execution of the plan you just designed. Schedule or draft the second post for the weekend content plan. Not all of them, just the next one. Momentum without overload. Day 21 didn't make this a habit. Day 21 proved you can protect the behaviour under real conditions, so it's far more valuable. Operational insight, today you execute the perfect plan. Brief, execute, loop. Plan equals thinking session, brief, clarified weekly content intent, execute, first post published. This is flawless execution applied to content. A1 meta insight. Here's a critical truth at day 21. Your momentum now comes from thinking quality, not discipline, effort. So we're changing here. That means the streak is strong enough. The next gains come from better thinking inputs. This is my POOGI, my process of ongoing improvement. This is where I need to improve next. Not from trying harder. This is a moment where the leaders usually overreach. You didn't. You thought first. That's why this will last. Day 21 scoreboard, Kanban ticket, loss, focus, recovery, objective achieved, weekly leverage created. 21 days, no collapse, no hypes, just capability. When you're ready for day 22. All right. If you're not moving as fast as you want to, is because you're not slowing down enough, putting the right outputs in place, like ORCA, and giving it time to compound. When you're ready to do that, watch this video, then reach out. Speak soon.